if you're on, I'm trying to get to the, hold on, trying to get to the chat here so I can see. Okay, there you are. Can you hear me? I hope that the mic is working. Hello, Mike, Jen, Peggy, Joanne. Just let me know if you can hear. I look very pale. I know. Believe me, I've tried. You can hear me. Okay. I'm going to show you the screen for a lot of stuff anyway, because I have things to show you. So I know Dylan, I have no idea why. Look at the kitchen behind me. It looks the right color. I don't know why I look crazy. I tried to get Jimmy to help me, but he gave up. I have no idea. It's the same exact lighting that I had. You can hear me? Good. Yes, you're still watching there in California? How? You must have taped it, right? It can't be on. Taped it. So there I go again. DVR'd it or whatever the heck it is. Well, Jennifer, I'm going to talk about Diane Downs a little bit, and then there's some things in the discovery that I've seen for the first time. Like, did anybody know that they found bullet casings and things almost right on the side of the road right by their house when they were walking around with the search and rescue dogs? Did anyone ever see that? Where they found bullet casings and a cartridge? Oh, okay, but no, no? See, I think there's a lot of the discovery that most of the public, you remember that, Penguin? Okay, because I've never seen it. And there's a lot of things I'm coming upon. And then there is something, remember what I don't think most people did. Penguins, are you just saying, yes, you remember? Because you don't want to get, marks. I don't think you remember it too, see me at the beach? I don't remember it. Where did you see that? I don't remember that. Anyway, I think it's new to a lot of people. I didn't see it. And I've searched for a lot of stuff on this case. But I didn't unpack a lot of files. The Watts case leak. So let me just go along those lines, because I can't even see. I don't even have a picture. I feel like I'm talking to a wall. I hope I don't have cookies on me or something. Okay. So I saw what am I going to say? I'm losing my mind. Oh, remember the camera search I just put up there, and I said Officer James, where they searched the house? Well, I have another officer that was on that same search, but it's really funny because I think what happened is a lot of the videos that went for those home searches, only one was posted. Now I look good. Oh, okay. No crumbs. Okay. Only one was posted, and people must have said, well, why do we have to post like 3 different home searches? But what you find out is they're not all the same, because some of those cops took off in different directions, and some of them talked to different people. And I even heard a very interesting conversation, which was, I felt like I was eavesdropping with Nate and a cop about in-laws and things, okay? Very interesting, that I've never seen before. So the one with the cops inside, when they go up to the bedroom, okay, they're up there, this is on the 13th, because everything is stripped off the bed, right? And the one cop says to the other one, what's going on with the bed? Why is all this stuff on the floor? Did you take this off? And he goes, no, it was off. And he's like, all this stuff was off? And he's like, yeah, it's all over the floor. And you could tell the chubbier guy, I don't have his name offhand. He's like, what? That sounds crazy, right? So then he goes, I swear to you, and picks up the comforter, and it looked like it had like a blood stain on it. And I don't know if it was his hand because it was fast, but he picked it up and then he put it down. And of course, they had no gloves on at this time. This is the 13th when it was just a missing persons, right? Then he picks up what looks to me like one of those Yankee blankets in the corner. It is the Watts case. We are talking about the Watts case. Who said we're not talking about the Watts case? I don't know. I must be on another conversation. So Peggy says she saw that one. You saw that one, Peggy? Which one? Are you talking about bullets, or are you talking about a big stain on the comforter and a Yankees blanket? Hi, Rebecca. Oh, Sharon, I was looking for you. I'm so sorry about your mom, Sharon. Do you guys remember when Sharon didn't feel good? Her mother passed away. What's going on with the time? We never do time check. What's the time check? You're just about to go to bed. I'm not going to be on that long, but I'm going to take you there. I'm going to show you some of this stuff. Do you want to see some of this stuff before we talk about Diane Downs? There's some other interesting things. Let me know, because, yeah, I imagine, Sharon. Wow, that was crazy. She said just when she didn't feel good. That was, remember when she said she didn't feel good, and then that's when her mom passed away. She was 91, Sharon? Okay, so let me go to the screen share. I can't even see. Okay. Let me, I have to go back to my Google. Share my screen. I do. I look very white. Now I see myself. I look really pasty. Very, very white. Okay. You remember that commercial when they used to have color TV and they used to go, my sweater is garnet red. My hair. Remember that, when color TVs were like really fine tuning it in the 70s or something? That stupid commercial. I'm sure some of you remember that. Okay. Screen share. Hold on. Oh, here we go in the fun house again. Okay. Tell me when you see Weld County. Oh, there it is, Weld County. Okay, hold on. All right, these are just some of the files. Just so you know that. These are just some of the files. There's about another 200, 300 more that I haven't even unzipped. Okay. So where do we go first? Let me see. Hold on, let me make sure that you're seeing the screen. I'm just going to look at my phone to make sure that you're seeing the screen. Hold on. I should put Jimmy's computer up here so I can read the chat. Or I should bring my laptop. That's what I should do. So I can make sure that you guys are on the same page with me. Hold on. My laptop. That's what I should do. Oh, you are seeing. Okay, that's all I needed to say. You guys are on the same page with me. Oh, I've got an SOS now. Okay. All right. So hold on a minute, guys. Let me just get this. All right, this is good now. Okay. Now I can see what you're seeing, and I can look at this. You can see my screen share. Okay, so let me go to the. Oh, somebody wrote me about that wallet, which you probably all know that it's a brand called Jeweled and Fabulous, and she showed me the same wallet that was for sale, like on a Facebook Marketplace or something. Okay, so the one we looked at before, I think, was those were the photos. And let me get to. I don't know if you, oh, I don't know if you've ever seen that. Did you, hold on a minute. There's another angle of the shirt here. Let me see. That you've seen, that you've seen. There was, I had only seen, I think, that shirt like that, and not the full-on close-up. Let me see here. That one in this sheet, you see this sheet? That sheet is from the coroner, right? That's not the sheet that Chris brought from home, because the one he brought from home, I thought it had geometrics on it. Where is that sheet? The one from home? The one that was in the field, they didn't bring it in? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Okay, hold on. That wasn't really what I wanted to show you. That's from the survey site. Yeah, I know, but I'm just trying to say which sheet is it. Hold on a minute, because there's the other sheet that he's supposed to have brought in. Okay. Oh, there's the, hold on a minute. There's the dogs. Baker, I think, let me see. There's, this is a different, yeah, this is the one I want to show you. There's no sound right here in the beginning. It'll come on in a minute. But see, this is the guy we saw yesterday, the guy that's talking to Chris. We saw that angle yesterday. Now we're looking at this other cop, and watch how he goes over there by that truck. He goes right by that truck while the other guy's keeping the other one. And watch, he goes back over the truck when they're not looking later. Yeah, this is the one that goes now. There's a few of them. One of them goes right over to the truck again, and he looks in the windows, but we can't see that much. I think he's the one who sees this. His shaker bottle. Okay, I'm just going to show you the part upstairs. Let me see if this is. Hold on. Where he grabs the. Oops. No, I didn't. This other guy, because there's one other guy that spends a lot more time on the cars. What the, like this guy over here, he keeps shining his flashlight on everything, where the other guy didn't. And I always feel funny, like they're going to forget the cameras on and they're going to, you know, use the facilities. So don't do that. But let me see. This guy's walking around. See what I mean? He's walking around on his own a lot. So there's that shot of the garage, right? But now I see. Oh, I know when he walks over to the truck, he does it at the end. Hold on a minute. But I got to show you the, oh, he's down in the basement. Watch this one.
You went back in the basement and everything too? Did you look around really good? Yeah.
Did you look around really good, or did you do the half-assed job you usually do? Isn't that what it sounded like? And look, this guy goes down anyway, because he must be like, yeah, I've seen how well you look around, like my kids. I think this is one of these guys gets so winded going up the stairs, I feel like he's going to have a heart attack or something. What's that stuff on the walls? Is that some type of padding. Where's high 69? Is that something they normally put on the basement walls over there? Or is that? Looks like a rubber room kind of thing. Does he have metal shoes? Oh, please, that unscrambled thing is ridiculous. That's not a fake picture. It looks like foam I mean, it looks like a, not that I've been in one, but it looks like a rubber room. Now,
I'm there.
Say, no, they're checking on him. Now watch. Watch what he says. I don't see any phone. Is that the phone on? Where's the phone on the bench that's supposed to be there? Somebody said they found a phone on the bench.
Nothing.
You're still saying day one when the cops came out, they allowed too much
Feel a
to
lot
be
of stuff.
touched. You said they have a lot of stuff, but she's super organized.
Oh, it's a nice house.
Okay, so now they go. I'll show you the bedroom, and you can tell me if it's his hand or it's a big stain. This is where the guy's having some breathing difficulties.
Look at the keys and comforters. I don't see anything. It's kind of hard enough and done bed though.
Oh, that wasn't on there?
No, none of this was on there.
It was on there?
No.
Wasn't on there.
It was like, kind of like this. I looked at these, there's no.
You can hear the sound, right? That's a stupid thing for me to ask you right now. You can hear the sound.
You said when he left, she was in bed sleeping.
She was in bed sleeping?
Okay, good. No, not this one. Now watch. See it? It is a stain. Did you see that? I'm going to go back. Did you see that? There's a blood stain there. Did I not go back to it? And that's the Yankee blanket. That's the Yankee blanket that was on that couch that I showed you. That's the Yankee blanket because I saw it in a picture, and that's how it got on the couch. Now, whether it's the same one or a double, I don't know, but that's the Yankee blanket. You saw the stain? Okay.
What's that?
One thing that's gone is the kids' blankets, like the binkies. That's why they won't go anywhere without them.
And they are gone?
Car seats are in the car, keys are in the igniter on the center console of the car. For cash, all the ID, everything's still there. Phones here.
Yeah, but that, okay, that's what I wanted to show you. That was a stain and that was the Yankee blanket. Remember I told you guys that little tiny couch over there in the bedroom, there was a picture circulating with a Yankee blanket there? That's how it got there. It was on the floor over here and he grabbed it and he put it on that little couch. And that comforter has a big blood stain on it. Looks like blood to me. Could be, I guess, something else. I don't know. Can I show you again? Yes. All right, let's go back and look at that part again. Okay. Get right. I'll go back a tiny bit. Let me see if I don't miss it. All right, hold on. You've got to look fast when he picks it up. So he doesn't make a big deal about it. I don't know. It's in that one over there that he's going to go. See, the Yankee blanket is in the corner next to that dresser, and he takes it and he puts it on that little couch. He's going to grab the white blanket first with the blood stain. Here he goes. There it is. Yeah, it's very, he doesn't show it to us too well. What are you saying, Barry? Watts, expand? Oh, my screen? There, is that better? Sorry. Did you see the Yankee blanket? But I don't know if that was if they had two of them. Hi, 69.
What's that?
One thing that's gone is the kids' blankets, like the binkies. That's why they won't go anywhere
Okay, so
without them.
that was
And they are gone?
show you there.
Car seats are in the car, keys are in the igniter on the center console of the car.
Okay. Now, where did you go? Oops, wrong one. This one. Okay. Oh. Right, let me find the other one I'm going to show you. Trying to see. He just said her keys were on the center. I think the keys are put in the car when he first. I don't know. You didn't see, Laura. You didn't see the stain. There's still pictures. I'll come across them where you'll see the Yankee blankets on that little couch. And the shorts I have, they go on the bed again. Remember those shorts that we saw in the suitcase and then we saw them on the thing? They end up on the bed again. After they go there to take all the bedding off of Cece's bed and everything, they're there. But let me show you the one with the bullet casings. Hold on. I've got so many files, I just have to find which one then. And then that. And much here. Oh, the bullet casings are with the doggies. Hold on. Maybe it's this one. Let me see if it's this one here. Yep, here we go.
Always works that way, doesn't it? 33 years in my retirement.
I thought they were birth control pills. That's how.
Oh.
It must look like 22 galleries.
Yeah, they sure do. That's why it caught my attention.
I think I
Right. Should I put my identity? Gallery.
Is that person with the lab a man or a woman? I thought it was a man, but I think it's a woman, right?
It's not a 22, it's a, this is a 32 round. Next size up 17. There's another one right there. Yeah, that was
That's what I think it was, Maria. At first I thought it was a guy.
There's another one by your right foot. I don't know if that's going to be related to anything under the sun at all. Looks like it.
What difference does it make, right? I'm showing people stuff that's in the discovery because I didn't know they found them. I think it's kind of weird to have bullet casings in the back of a residential area. Who's shooting over there? That's why I thought they were birth control pills, because I thought that was the little thing. Okay, so that, and then what was the other thing I wanted to show you? Oh, I want to show you with Nate what he says here. Hang on. Back here. Okay. Is it? Let me just go here. I think it might be on this one. 1 second. He doesn't have volume for a minute here.
Well, we appreciate you letting us go through your house. No problem. I'm definitely not in there. No.
He got a call from Mickey there, but anyway, I think this is the one. Let me just get to the end here. Yeah, see, this guy goes over the truck. This is not the one that took the pictures yesterday that I showed you yesterday. This is somebody else.
The truck you always drive?
So he looks inside.
Can I go in there and get the card?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go in the house. Get the hell out of here so we can look at your truck a little bit. Okay, and then I have to show you the one with Nate, because that's kind of interesting regarding Ronnie Watts. Hold on. Just have to find out which one he is. Fire distribution. Make sure it's not this one. Oh, this is that's poor Dieter. He was just barking like a son of a gun, and nobody even says to him, like, you think one of these guys would just pet the dog for a minute? None of them. Not one of them. And the dog is just barking like crazy the entire time. The sound was off in that one, but not one of them would do a thing. Okay, that's not. What's happening? Whose channel? What are we talking about? Yeah, I felt bad for the dog too. I don't know. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get. This is like when you're always trying to find something when you told people you have. I have it. It's just so many dang files. All right, lines. Hang on with me for 1 minute. Davy. Let's see. It's not that one. Showed you that one, right? Oh. Now I'm getting nervous. Like when Jimmy's rushing me to find something. I just had it. What's up the dog search? Did we look at see this James is different than that's the Baker one. Let me just check this one. I don't know. It could be this one. And this is the canvas for the neighborhood. Okay. No, it's not that one. Sorry. What's the matter? Girl, you're making me nervous. So you seem like my husband. You didn't find that? Yeah, I'm getting very nervous. I have my stuff here. I guess the thing. Could it be no doll? Okay, I'll check for like 2 more minutes and then we'll go on to Diane Downs. I can't find what I'm looking for and I'll have to find it. You know what I think it was? When was it? When the DA, no, it wasn't when Dieter was there. It was in the daytime. Well, anyway, Nate takes the officer away from where they were talking to everybody else. And he says that Shanann's father and mother have been contacting him and they asked him when oh, I know where it is. Okay, hold on. I think I know where it is. 1 second. Just saw that like a minute ago. Closure, no. I just saw that neighborhood canvas. Oh, I feel very, very inept right now. You see the defense team. Check this. I'm losing my mind, but I'm pretty sure. Check this one. Yeah, that's that one. Why doesn't, hold on. No. That one. All right, I am not going to keep you waiting here. Let me just make sure. I thought he had, no, this is, okay. Next time I'll get ready. What are we talking about? You guys are having a good conversation while I'm trying to look for this stupid thing. Oh boy, I don't know what the heck we have here. I just saw it too. Oh, I wasn't done. All right, I'll have to find it. I'll put him in another file the next time. This is, I tried to, there's just too much stuff here. And no, that's the other Donica. Okay. I have to learn these officers' names. Okay, so who watched the Diane Downs tonight? Nobody? You can't sleep? I'm sorry, because I'm aggravated at myself because I had this thing that I wanted to show you, and it was here. And of course, I'll find it the minute I end the live. Thinking I don't have my, all of my stuff in the, it's not the home word, right? That's, that, this is with Dieter, right? Is it Dieter? Oh no, that, this is, did we see this? Yeah, this is Dieter. Okay. She's nasty, that one there, isn't she? She sounds like a real joy. She's, you know, I don't know. But it's the one where they're worried about the sprinklers going on. And then Nate takes them on the other side of his truck. Just trying to think. Because it was when the DA was there, but it wasn't nighttime. It was his defense team. And he called the police on them. Nate did, because Frank Rusak told him to make sure who was in the house because they thought it was Ronnie Watts. They didn't want Ronnie Watts in there. Diane Downs is the mother that shot her 3 children and made it sound like someone tried to take her car and shot her kids, and then she drove them to the hospital. I'm doing fine, Sharon, thank you. I hate making people wait because I thought I had this. See, this is, let me just check because sometimes this is the other officer. Let me see. That went here.
Okay. And they didn't know that anyone was supposed to be in this house. Okay. So they asked me to call you guys just to make sure that who's in the house is supposed to be in the house.
Gotcha. All right.
So that's the reason I called you guys, is because they wouldn't answer the door. But obviously, if they're the DA, they're not going to answer the door.
Right. Okay.
But I just wanted to double check. I mean,
Slowly drove into the hospital. Yeah,
if you need it, I'm just,
Okay. Yeah.
that's what's going on.
Responding Frederick units, Dakota 676.
So if you could just make sure they are who they're supposed to be and they're supposed to be in the house.
Just be advised, there's a lot of news crews out here, so we got camera the whole time around here.
Okay, let me see if this is Chris's defense team.
And they should probably let us know.
But yeah, I assume you got it.
They were in the house. They didn't let anybody know. I don't know if you guys know this. Yeah, they were in the house. But there is, and this poor woman, I feel so bad for her because I don't think she had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. And it's on camera. Okay. Let me see. Maybe this is when he goes over. Hold on.
Alrighty.
Oh,
And I'm just gonna clear.
see, this is the other, there's two of these, and the other officer goes, this one goes to talk to the media. The other one goes to talk to the neighbors, and that's why Nate tells him the thing, and that's what I'm trying to find, the other officer that was on this. You got a slice of cake? You were trying, oh, I'm sorry. Little bit of Sandra. Handsome she. Yeah, I don't, that poor woman, and I felt kind of bad for her because they spent a lot of time on that shot. Let me just, I'm going to give it one more shot here. Let me see if it's. So what they call that one. Unblock. Wait, what happened? What happened? What's going on? Are you guys fighting in there? I'm missing the fight. What fight? I'm trying to find. I'm so sorry to be doing this. It would be okay. Hold on. Maybe let me just see something here. We have 2 dog searches. That's when Chris was there. We looked at this one. Oh, wait a second. No, that's the security camera. What is that? Oh, that's the security camera. Okay. Not that. Not that. Okay. There's a real delay. I just saw the security camera go up, and I put that up like 2 minutes ago. Okay. I don't know, guys. I thought this is bad. It might be in my. I wonder if it's in my other files. And I didn't transfer it to this one. I thought I was going to transfer everything over to the, so I wouldn't have to go through another file. And I don't know what I did. I did something. Okay, well, I'll have to show you. Oh, Boyd, we're looking, I wanted to show, Joan, I wanted to show you something, but well, it's okay. I won't show you anymore. I won't show you anymore. We'll go back and talk about Diane Downs. I just wanted to show you something. I'm just aggravated at myself. I'm very aggravated at myself because I had it. And now it's not here. All right, I'm not gonna, oh, I'm driving myself crazy. Okay. All right. Okay, now I'm back and I'm Ashen again. So Diane Downs, let me try to pull your screen up. Tell me what you saw there. I'm going to try to make this little screen little. Oh, there. Oh, shoot. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get the chat to go up on my big screen so I don't have to look at you on the phone. Okay, I think this is working now. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, so now, hang on. I'm almost there. Yay. Okay. So talk to me. Who watched the 2020 on Diane Downs? Or who has any questions about it? You're not fighting? Good. Diane was a postal, I can put my phone down. She was a postal worker, right? She was married in 19... Diane was a postal, I can put my phone down. She was a postal, why is that going on? She was a postal worker and she had a lot of different diagnoses. She was a narcissist, she had borderline personality disorder, she was... what'd you say? You knew Detective Kurt was to interrogated Downs. He said she was a true psychopath, yeah, and hit on all the male escort cops, wanted to get pregnant. She did. She got pregnant, May, by someone on her postal route after she had shot her kids. You want to see Mommy's Great Wall of China? Yeah, that was... Did you see the Great Wall of China? Wow, you've got good eyes, Anne. That was for that project that my son had last night, Great Wall of China. And they had no school today, so we didn't even have to worry about it. What happened, High 69? Was there a problem with... He was making me a little nervous. He was like, why are you doing this? I don't know why somebody has to come to our channel and say, why are we doing this? That was making me really nervous. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because I should just say, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. Okay. So we're turning you into a germaphobe, Happy? Why? What'd we do? Deandra, they had so many typos. I don't know how you made sense of it, but yeah, you can hide anyone on your end. What are you talking about, Christina? I missed so much. I need like a recap. Yeah, Kate, he said, okay, it was that day that the defense attorneys were inside the house, and it was the other officer, and I will find it and show it to you next time. And he came out and he told the one, you go tell the media, I'll go tell the neighbors. And then, yeah, Ivy, that's what I thought. And I shouldn't let someone do that to me because, well, what is the purpose of this? Why are you doing this? And yeah, that's okay, Deandra. Yeah. She wants to hide someone's comments. Who wants to hide someone's comments? I don't know what we're talking about. Okay. Anyway, so he went over to the truck because Nate said, come on over. And he didn't want to talk in front of the neighbors. And then I'm just looking at your comments. Your first Mommy Limerick. And Nate said to him, look, the parents are coming Sunday. I don't want to say anything. And then the cop said, no, we know they're coming Sunday. And then Nate said, well, I'm their contact. And then Nate goes, I'm the guy that has all the security footage, that has all the evidence that caught him. And they said, yeah, we know. And then he said, Frank called me, or he called Frank, because Frank told him, call me anytime anybody goes in the house. He goes, because they're really worried. They don't want his dad in there. And then the cop said, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to keep his dad out of there. And he said, yeah, that's what we're worried about. But, so I called them. So they didn't want Ronnie Watts in that house. Now, I don't know if Ron Watts stayed in, how long he stayed in town, if he ever did, but he said that, Frank was worried about him going in the house. That is the patriarchy speaking. What happened? Whose mate? I'm so lost. I'm gonna need like a Cliff Notes version of the chat. Okay, and let me just go on to Diane Down. Small Sacrifices. Yeah, that was Farrah Fawcett starred in that, and that was by Anne Rule, and it was a mini series, and that aired in 1989, November of 1989. You read the book and saw the movie? Okay. And so let me see, what was it? I'm losing it. So she shot the kids. She drives them to the hospital. The one girl died. She was dead in the car. Okay. The other girl was really, they thought she was going to be gone. Okay. Her pupils were dilated. She suffered a stroke. She was on, just the brink of death. And she didn't regain consciousness or anything for a long time. And then the little boy was gravely injured. Does anybody know? They never followed up with the little boy. Did he ever walk again? Do we have any update on the little boy at all? The prosecutor adopted those two children that survived. They adopted them, the prosecutor and his wife. And then Diane goes into this reenactment of the crime, which they wanted her to do. They baited her to do it because they knew that it would show her crazy. And she, was saying all kinds of crazy things, like she banged her cast, and then she went on interview after interview. In the one interview, she shot her own kids, DeAndrea, because she fell in love with some guy that worked. She was a postal worker, and he worked, I guess, in the office or something, and he was going through a divorce, but he wasn't divorced. They were separated, and he didn't want kids of his own. It's kind of like a Susan Smith story, right? So she was going to do away with the kids. She goes on these interviews and she says, if I would have shot my kids, don't you think I would have done a better job? Don't you think I would have made sure my kids were dead if I did this? It's crazy to say I did this. And she kept laughing at the most inopportune, and I mean really laughing, not just little Chris Watts smirking, really laughing and smiling when telling stories about how her daughter was almost drowning in her own blood in the back seat. And then she says something like, oh, people say we're lucky. We're not lucky. And then she says, and people say, she said, what if they had killed me? Like everything was about her. She said, if they had killed me, then my kids wouldn't be alive. And they're like, wait a minute, how could you say this is good? Or one of your children died. Your son may never walk again. And your daughter's, she was in a coma then or something. So they just didn't even understand what going postal. Yeah, but crazy. So when she was on the route, she's like, oh, it's so easy to conceive children, and it's so nice. So she goes, I know exactly when I'll conceive. So she found somebody on her postal route that had good bone structure, and she showed up there with some marijuana and I believe it was some whiskey, and she conceived that night. So that when she ended up in court, she was very pregnant, and then her daughter recovered enough to take the stand. She sounds scary, right, Harold? Yeah. And she testified against her. She's found guilty. They sentence her. And then she has this baby. And she gave it up for adoption. So they found a couple right away that took the baby for adoption. And they met in a hotel. And then they had the parents on the show. And the parents said, yeah, it kind of was a little bit scary for them, given that the mother had so many disorders and everything. But they decided they weren't going to tell the daughter as much, keep it from her as much as possible, and not tell any of their friends or family. But then when the little girl was in preschool, Diane escapes from prison, okay? She escapes from prison. She climbs over the fence. She had a coat. She put it over the barbed wire. She escaped. And then Then I don't even think she had a shirt on because somebody said she showed up totally naked. So I don't know if he means because her shirt was left there, and it was this. I don't understand it. She didn't have to wear, I guess, prison garb because it was the same shirt she wore in Diane Downs in an interview that they showed, this pinstripe navy shirt. So yeah, somebody picks her up and drops her off at a restaurant in town, supposedly not knowing. Well, she had this plan. Now this will go back to showing you what you could find in clues. Remember I showed you that clipboard of shenanigans and I said, remember about little indentations and somebody takes a paper and sometimes you find clues like that? Listen to how they found her. In prison, one of the girls said, ladies or whatever, said she had a husband and he seemed like a real kind of a hippie dude because even today he was like that. So she shows up there. He goes, she shows up here naked. Can I stay here? And he said, I let her stay. So she stayed there, and she was there about 10 days. And it was a house full of guys. So I'm sure she was very at home there, and she was probably trying to get pregnant again as well, but maybe she didn't have her cycle, blocked completely out. So Catwoman, this is true though. So the detective says he found something, I guess, in her cell or whatever. It was a clipboard. And in the clipboard, he could see indentations in a sheet of paper that was there. So he made a Xerox copy of it. This is what I told you. So sometimes you don't know. I mean, somebody says, what do you go through that for? Because maybe you could see something. I honestly believe that. And if somebody doesn't want to look at something, don't look at it. But this is how he found it. He found a whole map when he went off that paper just by the indentation. So they found out right where she was and they got her. Okay, so then she's back in jail, prison. And the little girl, now they had to tell the preschool teacher and they had to tell her babysitter and they had to tell someone else because in case, which she wasn't going back, in case Diane was going to go get her, they had to know, this is very serious, don't let anybody get her, take her anywhere. So then who's still alive? I don't know. Okay. She loved herself, not her own kids, right? And then the little girl started to find out about her mother when she was, I don't know, 9, 10 years old or something like that. And she found out because she would ask the parents little things and the parents would say, your mother's in jail, but they didn't tell her a name and they didn't go into a lot of details. And then one day she got it out of her babysitter because her babysitter thought she knew. So she went to the library and she got some books and she was really freaked out when she found out what her mother did, right? Her birth mother. So then she started to go through like this cycle, like what blood's running through my veins, as anybody would hearing that's your mom, right? And she started to experiment with drugs and she got pregnant. I think it was 17. She delivered a baby boy. She left him with her aunt a lot. She got pregnant again. That son she gave up for adoption. And then she started to get her life together. And she reached out to Diane in prison. And at first, the first letter was okay. But then they started getting really, really weird. And she didn't want anything to do with her anymore. So she said, she's in it healthy. She started going to yoga and taking care of her son. Oh, you're talking about it, Dan. Okay, so is it on YouTube? I don't know. I don't know if it'll be on YouTube. It was 2020 tonight, but you can find stuff about the case all over. That's the hard part of being adopted, not getting a fairy tale ending when finding a birth parent. Yeah, Ivy, right? So, are there any good crime movies on YouTube? I'm sure there's some good ones. Dear Zachary is a really good one, Marie. Watch, it's a tearjerker, Dear Zachary, but check it out. You felt so bad for her in high school. You saw it so sad. Dear Zachary Kelly, is that what you're talking about? So many family killers. Well, Diane is a family killer back in the 80s. So I think there's always been, but I think social media brings it to the forefront so much more. just come on. Right now we're talking about Diane Downs, the mother that shot her kids. There was a special on 2020. And did you guys see when they put the wrong section, the wrong the wrong clip on there, and they started with the Menendez brothers? Did anybody see that tonight? They had about, I don't know, a few minutes of the Menendez brothers running instead of Diane Downs. Did anyone see that? Dear Zachary, such a sad story. It kind of got me hooked on true crime stories along with the Andrea Yates story. Dear Zachary will make you cry and feel enraged. Yeah, and that, you know, they do it really with that music that they have in there. Get that sound effect. Yeah, that's, I didn't even know. I just put that on Netflix probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I had no idea what I was in for. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know anything about the case. I just went in blind, and I was like, no. Yeah, they had technical difficulties, but so then the girl finally gets her life together, and now her son is, I think he's a sophomore in high school. He's in jiu-jitsu. He's doing very well. And she says, you know, she just considers herself I think Babcock is her last name, and doesn't refer to Diane as her mother. And the biological sister that survived, and they don't mention the brother, so I don't know what happened to him. But she said she didn't want anything to do with her. She wants nothing to do with her, and she wants to stay out of the public eye. And the daughter did another segment on, they did, you know, on Nightline after Kimmel, but I'm sure you can probably find some of that on 2020 if you didn't see it. You went to school with Diane's surviving daughter. You did, Feisty? Really? How, do you know how her brother was? How was the brother? Do you know anything about him? Was she treated okay in school? Did everybody know? Downs accused her dad. Yeah, her dad, Jay May, was in there saying that he thought Diane did it. Tell us, Feisty Taco. Yeah, Oprah had a segment on, right, you're right. They said the brother's doing well. KMM, is he walking? Was he able to walk, or is he in a wheelchair? We called her Christy, but we knew who she was. He's in a okay. Yeah, Black Rose. So that was interesting. And oh yeah, Girl Cherry, and you were neighbors. Oh, interesting. So I don't know. That was that. And what else is going on? I know somebody sent me that link where you thought, I don't know what that channel is, because truthfully, I couldn't watch it. I mean, I looked at it, but it seemed just bizarre to me. And they're trying to say the picture isn't real. It just sounds like nonsense to me. I don't know. Did anybody watch that? What does anybody, let me ask this question. Does anybody that watched that believe that that picture of Chris is not real? Does anyone remember the Jenny Jones talk show? I don't know. Jenny Jones. That sounds very familiar to me. Black Rose enjoyed yesterday. Black Rose enjoyed yesterday with you. Black Rose enjoyed yesterday with you and Mama. Is the delay on the Watts House auction being delayed because of going? I don't think so, Deandra, because it's been delayed for a while. Nobody believed me, though. Nobody believed me. Months and months ago, I heard it was delayed. That it was going to be in July. Oh, I see this one. What does that mean, April? I don't know what that means. Oh, I see this one. I don't know. A Photoshop picture video. Right. What are they trying to say? They're trying to say that the picture that Tammy took I honestly couldn't watch it. It just sounded ridiculous. Is not real. Is that what they're saying? And what's the theory? That Chris is not really in jail? Is this one of those crazy, crazy lunatic things? She caused one of her guests to commit suicide. Is that what happened? Geraldo Rivera used to have a talk show too, and so did Sally Jesse Raphael. There's so many of them. Phil Donahue, Oprah. Even, what's his name, had one. The bald guy that used to be on Real People. No, not, he wasn't on Real People. Was he? Byron Williams? No. Did he have a talk show? No, Montel Williams. Byron Allen. Montel, but Byron Allen is the guy from Real People. He has that comedy show. Okay, I was close. It wasn't you. Oh, it was Rose Spray, yeah. And late Kate told me that she blocked Rose Spray by accident, but I checked and there's no Rose Spray blocked at all. So just putting that out there. It's a channel that's a photo and it's his head. Is that what they're saying? Because Brenda, I couldn't even get that far. I'm sorry. They're saying his head is on someone else's body. Oh boy. Karma, the regular picture that Tammy took in the new confession. It's on the cover of my new confession video where he's in the green. Montel Williams. Well, hi, doesn't he have MS? He has MS, doesn't he? They say his name badge was photoshopped. His name badge may have been photoshopped to take that information out. Do you want to hear something funny about Photoshop? When I just had the 3 kids, there was a picture of me at a club with no, I shouldn't say that. I don't mean a club. If this is my brother's fishing club that we were at, he would rent the whole thing. We would have family gatherings there because the family was so big, not like a club that you go clubbing at. And so we had this we were taking a lot of pictures, and it was Thanksgiving. So I was standing in front of this fireplace with my 3 kids in front of me. But my husband wasn't in the picture, so I didn't want to send that out as a Christmas card. And this was prior to having everything on the computer where you could switch out anything you want, right? So I just wanted to cut myself out of the picture, right? And just have the 3 kids. Well, at that time, the best thing you could do, you could go to Walmart, and they had that little kiosk thing, right? And you could put it in there, and you could take this is pre-computer, like Photoshop and all that stuff, right? So I thought I did a fantastic job, all right? I said, wow, I got myself out of the picture. I got the fireplace back in there because I had a couple of different shots, and perfect. I get it made into the little Christmas card, right? I send it out, and then I noticed there was a hand on my son's shoulder. It was my hand. I forgot to take my hand off, right? So it looked like Cousin It. Cousin who's the hand? It wasn't Cousin It is the hairy person. The hand never had a name, right? I think you guys are on a delay. The hand never had a name. He just came out of that little box. Yeah, it looked like the Addams Family. The hand was on my son's shoulder. And most people didn't even notice it. But then some people were hysterical. They were like, what is the hand on Ray's shoulder? Thing. Was it Thing? Yeah. It was Thing? Yeah. Okay. I thought all right, yes. It was on his shoulder. It was just my hand on his shoulder. So you got to be careful. But yeah, that's him. Whatever they had to do, the tag, they did it to redact it. That's him. I have no idea how Montel was doing. He used to do a blender commercial late at night. Oh, it was, Tanya. It's quite funny. Because then, like most people didn't notice it. I'm going to have to find that picture. I will, because I have lots of copies of them. I'm going to have to find it, and I'm going to show it to you. It's too funny. Oh yeah, I have a lot of those. As I said, Perla, I'll find it. I'll find it because I have tons of copies. Because you know, I had them made into the Christmas card. I was hysterical. You took what for granted? It was me. What did you take for granted? It is me. It's me here. I can't see myself, but it is me here. I can't see myself at all because I'm looking at your chat. I could do this if I want to see. Am I not showing it? What did you take? Hold on. I think I'm frozen. No. Okay. Deandra, do you live in California? Who's Gypsy Rose? Is that the lady that ran that picture thing? But I just want to know if anybody, oh, it's the rose spray confusion. Oh boy, Christina. Where were you, Christina, in all of that confusion? I'm fine, Sharon, thanks. Sharon's given me the kudos tonight that I'm okay. It's making me feel better. Along with the doubt in interviews, they said, okay, so there was more than just the picture. Was it a whole conspiracy thing? Did I change my position? Oh, last night I did because I'm on a different computer. I'm on a different computer, yep. Oh, that's right. You babysat your 3-year-old nephew and fell asleep early. You work nights. When you get off, you stay up all night, so this is great. My son has a birthday party tomorrow, so I'm gonna get the Gypsy Rose. Oh, Gypsy Rose. I thought, okay, never mind. I thought that was, sorry. I thought that was someone killed her mom and pretended that, oh, wait a minute. That's the one, was that on? The one that, I know who that is. Is that on Netflix or that's on Hulu? That's coming on Hulu, right? Did it already go on? Am I still really, really white? Good morning, Joanne. You see me. Okay, good. It's really delayed. She had Munchausen's. It's on Hulu, but I know last weekend they were showing coming attractions. When did it preview? Today, yesterday, when? There is a woman purse on table behind CW. There is a woman's purse on the table behind CW. It's probably Tammy's purse. I don't get it. Probably Tammy's purse. I'm very white. I know. I don't know why. Yeah, but was it on tonight? When did it premiere? When the sun comes out, I get sleepy. I know, Ghosty. Ghosty, I am normally very pale. Someone asked me that what foundation am I using, and I'm not using any foundation. I'm very, very white. If I don't put blush on, I look like I have severe anemia. My daughter's the same exact way. I had to start putting blush, I'm not joking, on my daughter in 3rd grade because her 3rd grade teacher called me in because she thought something was wrong with my daughter because she was so white. I'm serious. I got called in because my daughter was so white. So to make the teacher happy, I had to put little blush on my daughter every day. But I was the same way. And if I don't put blush on, I look like I have the worst case of anemia you have ever seen. So, okay, so if the police have seen the video, why didn't they? No, Gray, what we're doing is we're just going over some things in the discovery that I think they might be interested in since we went very deep into the case. And so I'm showing them some things because we like to discuss it. We're that type of crowd here. We like to go over things and dive in very deep. It's not only about We just like to just go in and see even things about Chris, just to understand it more. To Starbucks, yeah, like we spent a lot of time, Gray, and you probably wouldn't like it, but a lot of us like it. We looked at the Starbucks cups for a long time, and then everybody got really hysterical when we were trying to make out that it said drive-through. You're very pale, Sharon. Yeah, I'm extremely pale tonight. I don't know why, because my kitchen is showing the right coloring. I don't know. So did anybody answer me? When is this Gypsy thing on? Did it? Yeah, I'm assuming that you saw it, so it already premiered. But when was it? I can bake cookies and Jimmy can play the guitar. When we have another party, we're a different kind of a channel here. You have to use bronzer every day. You look sick. Yeah. See, but this one teacher, she could not get it through her head. I seriously couldn't believe I was sitting in the classroom for that because my daughter was too white. Oh my gosh. Is it on HBO? I thought it was on Hulu. What did you see on HBO? A lot of people don't like to use opioids. Okay. Where do we get them? There's supposed to be 10 different. Gypsy came out on Wednesday the 20th. Okay, the 20th? Okay, thank you so much, Jane. So, Sharon the Elegant White. You have 5 kids too, 3 boys, 2 girls. My mother had 3 boys, 2 girls. I have 4 boys, 1 girl. Girl was first. I lucked out on the girl. I think I would have continued to have boy after boy after boy after boy. Mommy, why do you think the house isn't being auctioned now? Maybe they had some red tape and stuff to clear up. I don't know. Carolyn, did you get a chance to view the undercover video of Liam, killer of Sarah Stern? No, not yet, I see. You know what? Can I tell you guys how far behind I am on my mail? That I had an email from the Rachel Ray show in New York City that they want to talk to me about going on for something. And I just opened that mail tonight and they sent it to me on Thursday morning. That's how far behind on my email I am. Does anyone know KJ case is bigger than CW? Which KJ case? As you look into the Kelly Ann Reaver case in California, she was a dancer in a strip club, disappeared, then found her buried next to another girl, murdered by same man, danced at same club. I'll check it out. No, Deandra, I'm very worried about Cowgirl. I really am. I know that she was planning. I'm just hoping she's on that road trip and can't check in. I hope everything's okay. Because she was, remember when she thought the house auction was there and she was going to bring the memory bench? I'm really worried about her. I've been asking about her every night. She's never gone like this. I'm just hoping it's because of the trip, because I think she was going anyway on that trip. Do you remember when I told you about the Girl Scout that was murdered in Hillsdale, New Jersey? Do we have anybody from New Jersey here? Where's Ida? And when I was growing up, she was older than me, but it was something that was drilled into our heads, and I mean, it scared the life out of us because her name was Joan D'Alessandro, and Hillsdale, New Jersey, and she was delivering Girl Scout cookies on, I think, Holy Thursday, okay, because it was around Easter. And she went just a couple doors down from where she lived. And the science teacher, okay, took her in the house, he sexually abused her, he killed her, and then he dumped her body naked near like Ramapo, I believe it was Ramapo State Park, and they found her, I believe they found her on Easter Sunday. And it was such a sad, sad thing. And her mother went on, and she had 2 more boys after that. And then she started up this Joan Foundation. Her name was Joan. Do any of you know about that? If you lived in Bergen County, New Jersey in the 70s and 80s, you know about it. Because we even had special booklets made when I was in 1st grade all about that. And I was a Girl Scout. You know, my mother would never let us go deliver anywhere, even though we lived in a very good area. It was a very good area there. And it was a science teacher that killed her, okay? And then I knew somebody that knew the family very well, and I knew a writer very well, and he was writing the book for the mother. And so I read the firsthand account of what this guy did to this little girl years later. It was horrific. But I mentioned it the other day, and somebody said, oh yeah, I saw, but it was another Girl Scout. They said, oh, there was a podcast about it. I said, really? Because I haven't seen one thing about this case. And then, you remember that, Kelly Finelli? Okay. Did you live like on the border, like in Ramapo, like Rockland, I mean? Did you live very close to northern New Jersey? Like Christine D is usually here, and she's from New Jersey, but that case, that was really very, very sad case. But somebody told me that there was a podcast about it, and I was surprised. I went to listen to it, and it was the, looking at your comments and I'm getting confused, that it was a different Girl Scout murder. It wasn't Joan. But I really want to do something about Joan, because that was something that was a big part of growing up there. I mean, we all heard about that murder. Yeah, Lord, they caught him. Yep. And the mother would go all the time when he would come up for parole. She would go there every single time. And then they made Joan's Law. The mother became a big activist, and so did her 2 younger brothers that never knew Joan. And what the mother did, because the boys never knew her, she blew up huge pictures of Joan, and she had them all over the house, and she constantly talked to these boys about their sister that they never knew. And then they helped the mother and everything with this whole foundation. And one of the sons used to email me all the time about the foundation. They had a Facebook page that was really good. So I don't know. It was a very good case to study. It was not a good case, but I mean, I think it's a good case to study because it was such a sensational case, and I don't know, it was something that just really affected me, and I'm sure anybody that grew up in the 70s and 80s in northern New Jersey heard it. Joan D'Alessandro. Let me see. It's D'Alessandro. Hold on 1 second. I'll get it for you exactly. Her last name. D'Alessandro. Yeah, remembering the child behind Joan's Law. 45 years after her murder. She was 7 years old when she was murdered. And so there's a butterfly garden for her in Hillsdale. And it happened in 1973 on April 19th. And that was Holy Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Yeah, she was found in Harriman State Park. And her mother keeps a rock from the place where Joan's body was found at Harriman State Park. It's something I'd like to study it, to bring it to you guys a little more. But there is Joan's Law, and her mother's name is Rosemary. She spent countless hours working to pass laws that would raise awareness and protect the children of tomorrow. And she was the driving force behind Jones Law, which passed April 3rd, 1997. And you can look it up at jonesjoy.org, jonesjoy.org. And the law states that anyone who murders a child under 14 years of age in conjunction with a sexual offense will never be eligible for parole and will never get out of prison. That law went into effect, but it doesn't affect the person that murdered her, so that's where the mother goes constantly to make sure he doesn't get paroled. And her youngest son is 31 years old, and it's John D'Alessandro, so he's very active with the organization. And let me go back to where you guys were, because I was reading. So you guys, I sometimes feel like you guys don't even hear me because I come back here and you're all on like some other thing. Okay. Good, because they cannot be read. Oh, Laura's okay. Laura's on there. Okay, Laura, you were listening. When do I sleep? Open minds. It's still in a little bit. I mean, I'll sign off in a few minutes. You heard me. Hi, thank you. Karma. What? Oh, what were we talking about, Frankie? You mean, is that law for every child? I think it's just New Jersey. I don't know. I have to look. I know it's New Jersey. I'm trying to see if it's look at jonesjoy.org. It'll tell you all about the law. But yeah, she was only 7, and it was terrible. Spurred up on arrests like teacher's pet. R. Kelly, yeah. What's going on with R. Kelly? And what's this? The Lori Loughlin scandal, right? With her daughter was a big YouTube star. And did we hear anything more about that YouTube mommy? No, Margaret. What's Jessica's law? Which one is that? You added Jones Joy on? Okay, good. You love my house. Thank you. Life is a journey. Thank you. A YouTube mom. Yeah, but is there anything coming out? One said that the boy, one of the boys that was arrested, supposedly let like he would sneak food to when the mother locked the kid under the stairs. He would sneak food to him or her, and that he did certain little things, but I guess not enough to. You were enjoying Carolyn's videos, but you haven't heard any more about the YouTube mom. Oh, you haven't? Okay. I am going to do like a feature video on Joan, because I've been wanting to do that for a while, because that's one case that stayed. I mean, I literally grew up with it. It's very strange to imagine. The R. Kelly documentary, though, it was very difficult to watch, just because they didn't give out a lot of, like, I kept asking my daughter, how old is he, or when did this happen? They weren't good with the facts over there. It was very, even my son said it. Megan Kankas, yeah, Megan's Law, I know that one, yes. Mom the Bomb. Mom the Bomb, you're in Jersey then? Do you know about Joan D'Alessandro? How can someone not know about her? Not know about who? My children, Karma? My children are all ages. I have older kids and the mid to late 20s, and then I have 2 younger ones. You have to remember R. Kelly from back in the 90s. Oh, I remember R. Kelly, of course. But I'm just saying, they weren't, I'm a very, like I want to know, when I watch a documentary, just certain things that, you know, give me the year, give me this, how, you know, I don't know. It was just, it's just the way I am. Kelly Finelli, you were 13 when what happened? Which one are we talking about now, Kelly? Joan D'Alessandra? Hi, Casbot. Is that something that you would be interested in me making a feature video on that case? Let me know. So if you don't want to see it, I won't do it. Kentucky girl was allegedly murdered by 33-year-old Uncle Emmanuel Fluter, and the shocking crime was captured by a baby monitor. Wow, that's not good. You remember the one, oh my gosh, I have just a little flashback where the father and the daughter were on the run. I think it was in North Carolina. And then they found them on the side of the road, and I think he killed them both. Okay, Kelly, I will. He in a tent. Does anybody remember that one? He either killed them both or he killed the daughter. I will do the New Jersey case. I will. Is Karma baby? Why? What did she say? Did she say something? I always wonder when somebody asks me something about my family. It's usually, what'd she say? I don't know. I don't even know what she said. I don't really care. When she was trolling, she's trolling. It's just too creepy for you. You tried to watch it, Karen, the Gypsy Rose? Who? What are we talking about? Who looks great? I'm lost. Okay. No, well, I wasn't. I don't know what everybody else is on and NYC. I'm asking someone if they heard about that North Carolina case where the father ran away with the daughter. I don't know, she was 8, 10 years old, and they were on the run, and they were trying to get to them, and he had a gun in a tent, and he was on the side of the road. Kathy, I have to wait to hear. I just opened the email, and they said that we wanted to talk to you about a segment in New York City. Would you be available to chat with me today? And that was on Thursday, and I just opened my email tonight. So that's how far behind I am on emails. Oh, I don't know. I'm very Caspery white today. And I have no idea where my eyes are looking because my screen is frozen. So anyway, and my other, when I look at my phone, it's delayed. Leave Jim alone. Please watch your post. YouTube has regulation. Oh, I thought Black Rose was talking to me. I'm like, what am I doing wrong now? Yeah, and that's the thing. I know a lot of you guys want to use like a lot of colorful language in your comments, but I can't edit them. And if they have like really bad language, I can't approve them because YouTube will then disable all of our comments. So if you want to say something, just put some symbols in there. We'll get the gist of it, you know, when you do that. But nobody knows about that North Carolina case that I'm talking. No, Laura, I don't have thalassemia minor, no. The only ones that have it are my 2 older boys. You're a Jersey girl, Mom the Bomb? Northern New Jersey, Mom the Mom? What case is that, Marco? Casbah, can you see Tippy Jacks? You can always use fluffing alternative. Yeah, or it will get you, you know. So, where's the, is it the Pickering case? I don't know. Is that the one where the father disappeared with the daughter and then he killed her, right? But did he kill himself as well? And everybody was trying to find them and they were on the side of a road, like camped out. Nothing yet. And it'll be soon as it goes back to court the first week of April. Which one? The Joan one or the North Carolina one? If it's the North Carolina one, I wish I could give you the date. I'd say within the last 5 years, but sometimes I can be off on that. Some of the times these cases just come to me. I don't know why I just thought about that one. Good morning, Elizabeth. Jimmy is like your Matt. Are you talking about, no, Kimberly, that's another one, that teacher and that student, but no. It was a father that was on the run with his daughter in North Carolina. And yes, they were in a tent. They went in a tent. It was just the father and the daughter. And they had almost found them. But then I know that he killed her. I think he killed himself too. Thanks, Open Minds. It's true. You watched the latest documentary that you posted. I have a lot of stuff for the Discovery. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys now because I don't know. Tonight I was showing you guys some stuff, and I'll tell you, I shouldn't let myself get off track. But when all the comments started coming in saying, why were we still on this and this and that, I just started to feel like, I don't know, I shouldn't let it do it, but I did. I have another interview. I have all the interviews, everything. Another one from Dave Cologne. My thing that I was going to post them in the one file, and I was going to post all the police cam video in another one and put it up there for anybody that's looking in the case. But if you guys don't want that, let me know now. I do have loads, Laura, and that's why I want to do it, because there's things I haven't seen. But when I was showing the casings in the street, then Grace says, what are you showing this for? What does it have to do with the case? I think it does. I mean, when I study, I want to see everything. That's the way I am. I want to see everything. Maybe people aren't like that. Do you want it? Let me know. Okay. Okay, because tonight I was thrown completely off by that comment. Okay. All right, because I have a lot of stuff. What you saw there is probably a quarter of what I have in other folders. And I come across things I haven't seen. Or maybe I saw them and I fell asleep and I never saw the blood stain, or maybe I didn't see that officer's cam. I'm the kind of person that I want to see it all. That's just how I am. When I study something, I don't care if it's the same house search, if it's from another officer's camera, I want to see it. Okay? I don't care if they were walking around the neighborhood and they found bullet casing. I still want to see it. That's the way I am. Okay, you want it all? Okay. All right. We want it all. It sounds like the girl from, I just want to know. Because you always have to get some of those comments like, didn't we see this? Or why do we need three of the house search with different cameras? because the one guy at the end goes to talk to somebody else. And you wouldn't know that if you didn't watch it. If you just assumed, oh, it's the same thing, you wouldn't see him talking to Nate and finding out that they don't want Ronnie Watts in the house. Okay, then I will continue to go through it because you'd like to see you on TV, but would miss the chat too. You would like to see me on the TV. $1 million would pay. I'm not a singer, Carrie Ann. Boy, I can't carry a tune. Don't you worry about that. That's why. She wants them all, Joe Schmo. Okay. I won't worry about anything else. Put everything I have up. Okay, I'm on the bun. I'm finding a lot of stuff. And, you know, I guess different strokes for different folks. Some people don't, but I'm just one that I want to see everything because there might be one little thing in it that intrigues me. Into the house that night they were called out. If these commenters don't want to watch, they don't have to. It's the one thing I don't get. Yeah, okay. Don't worry. Okay. Kind of, I don't know. It kind of threw me off because I thought it was going to be interesting, and then right away I shouldn't let it bother me, but I do. I don't know. Put it on slow motion. There's a lot of Dieter in the house. I just can't believe not one of the cops, not one of them was a dog person that even said, hey, buddy. And more than they didn't even say, hey, buddy, not one of the cops even act like they heard the dog barking. Okay, and in some of the dog is barking nonstop. Not one of them said like, shh, buddy, nothing. They just acted like the dog wasn't even there. But I just can't even believe one didn't bend down to pet the dog or anything. Or even say, does the dog need to go out? Does the dog need food? Scott Conrad was good to Dieter. I didn't see that yet, though. I'll have to look. What I was watching, they just acted like he wasn't even there. You were shocked that they didn't say anything. Yeah, okay, I don't know. Because he was just like, he was barking nonstop, and then he was backing up from them. Did anybody notice these things sitting on a chair? I really thought it was the girls, but they weren't dolls. It might have been some kind of photo thing. They were sitting on a chair in the playroom. Did anybody notice those? In the green playroom, the one with all the books, there was a chair in the corner, and sitting on it, it looks, when you look at it real fast, it looks like the two girls sitting on there. Can you pick that dog up, please? Yeah. They were dolls, but they look, something was strange about them. They looked like they were almost like a photo, you know what I mean? Like it was one of the girls' photos onto something. Like, it didn't look like a doll. It looked, I don't know, I don't know what it was. I probably have a video of it, but you think they looked like big dolls? I don't know. It kind of looked like a photo. Because I really thought they were the girls. And then nobody, it's funny because sometimes if you have big dolls like that, people walk it and they get scared. Like, we have a couple of those full-size cutouts. Like, my daughter made one of herself, and then we had one of that guy. You know that guy, I forget what beard, but we put my brother's face on it, and they're at our other house. And I swear, every time you walk into a room and they're standing there, no matter how many times you've seen them, you get scared. You're like, whoa, you think it's somebody there. But they didn't even like miss a beat if they were big dolls like that. I saw the one officer in the cam, you know, the doll that was in the corner of the living room, and she was like standing up. He went over to, like, you could see he was, what the heck is that? But when they went into the playroom, and those really look like kids sitting on the chair, freak you out at night. A lot of people get freaked out by that, but I didn't see any of them even like jump back for a minute. Does who have children, Carrie Ann? Who are you talking to? Me? I have 5 children. Oh, hi, Rita. How are you doing? Is there a video of them inside the house? Yes, there is. When they pick up Dieter, not that I've seen yet. I haven't seen picking up Dieter. I just think that female officer was so nasty. The doll was creepy. But I'm talking about something else upstairs, NYC. It's a shame that dogs cannot talk. Hi from Holland, Mona. So many things are going on here. I feel like I'm lost in here. Rude she was. Dolls are creepy. Casper, I have a girlfriend that is so creeped out by dolls. I always send her pictures of dolls just to make her creeped out. I think that's a thing. It's almost like clowns. Probably, I think clowns are worse for people, but a lot of people you either like dolls or they hate dolls. You've never seen them? I could try to show you if everybody doesn't get mad at me for being slow. Do you want me to try to show you? Let me know, because I don't want to do something and then. Okay. All right. Let me go back to where I can share my screen. Okay, hang on. Now you're going to see my fun house. I don't know why it does. It's if somebody thought I don't have a virus. It just it does this in the Google Hangouts. It is the only thing it does. Okay. Don't be scared by it. All right. Let's see here. What you see here is just a half of this. I'll show you what, if you want to see what I have. Where are you? Weld County. Weld County, where are you? Weld County. This is just one file. Okay, and every one of these has more files in it. And these are the master. This is that 2,000 pages, and these are all between videos, audio, attachments, but there's that's Shanann's doorbell video. They go on, and they're all zipped files, and there's one thing after. Do you see this? Okay, so this is what I mean. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't seen. There's a lot of stuff a lot of people haven't seen, and it's a lot of stuff to go through. If you want to see the stuff as I go through it, and I want to put the pertinent stuff in a place, then I'll do it. But let me just go back to where we were. Okay. No, it was our other officer, so he wasn't James. Give me a minute here. It was. And there's a part here. You remember that phone call that I think I used to just heard audio of it. The one where we talked about it, where Chris didn't answer the phone. They kept disconnecting. And I told you, could NK have had the phone on some kind of scrambler at the time, and that's why the phone kept disconnecting? And then Chris called the guy back with his work phone. Do you remember that? Well, the guy, we never saw we only heard the guy say that. At least I did. Maybe you heard it somewhere else. But this guy gets so pissed off. Watch this. He'll turn the sound on now.
That's him. Okay, maybe
This Officer Goodman, is this Christopher? Yep. Hung up on me again. Hello, Christopher? Christopher. Yeah. This Officer Good. No. Just going to keep it recording so in case he calls back and get him.
I don't know what this book, anybody know what this book is and what he's looking up? Let me look at your chat so I can see what you're saying.
Hello, Christopher. This is Officer Goodman, Frederick Police Department. Are you there?
This guy's getting pissed now.
Hello? That's the number you called and it went right through last time you had contact with him? 910-309-1702. That's what's coming in. They don't have a house phone?
We're just looking at some stuff in the discovery, Natalie. But see, now because when you read it in the discovery, it says, it makes it sound like he called him one time and then he called him right back. But that's not what happened when you really watch it.
That's a different number now.
See, now it's a different number.
This is Officer Goodman, Frederick Police Department.
And this is Chris Moss. I was trying to call you back from my personal phone. Kept saying call failed. So I just used my work phone.
Oh, this is your work phone? Okay. So we're just trying to get some of your wife and kids' information entered in to put some alerts out there. I just need to get some information about the kids. Do you know how on Bella? Do you know her height, weight, hair color, and eyes?
So height would be 42 inches.
Okay.
Weight would be 40 pounds.
Okay.
Hair color would be brown.
All right.
Eye color would be brown as well.
Okay. Does she have any scars, marks, tattoos?
No.
Okay. And then on Celeste, same thing.
So she is 37 inches tall.
Okay.
She is 37 pounds,
Okay.
blonde hair,
Eyes,
hazel eyes.
hazel. Okay, and again, no scars, marks, tattoos.
No.
Okay. Okay, we're just gonna get that information out. And we're just gonna keep. Oh, does Shannon have any scars, marks, or tattoos?
She has the scar on her forehead only pops out every once in a while from that car wreck she had a long, long time ago, but no tattoos.
Okay. Is it really a visible scar or no?
No, it's just like only when like only if she's like really heated.
Okay.
She's like outside running around a lot.
Okay. So it's like when there's a lot of sun.
Yeah.
Okay. And where is that on her forehead? Left, middle?
Yeah, like right in the middle forehead, like right kind of like it runs like right in the middle, like just above the bridge of the nose, and it runs down, just like where like glass stuff went to her forehead from that car accident.
And when you say goes down towards
Yeah,
the
like
mouth?
it goes up and down to the side to side.
Okay.
Like you have to really look for it, but like it's there. Like if she's like outside running around, it just kind of comes through.
Okay. So since the other officers have talked to you, has anything else come to mind that you can think of to help us try to figure out what's going on, where she is?
Nothing's come across. Just a bunch of text messages from a lot of friends just reaching out to me and just seeing like if they could help or whatnot, but nothing new.
Okay. Can't think of any other names or anything that come to mind that we could call.
No new names right now. Everybody else it's just been like consistently the same people just reaching out to me.
Okay.
On phone calls to North Carolina, but people I haven't heard from in a long time.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, if you hear something, obviously, let us know as soon as you can, and if you can think of anything, if anything, you think of that might help us locate her, just let us know. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and this cop, he also put in there that it was very strange that when he called Chris had no idea why he was calling. And if his family was truly missing, wouldn't he have said, oh, do you have word on, did you hear something? Is anything going on? Have you had any leads? Chris doesn't even ask anything like that. So very strange, but let's see where we were. Oh, here. Okay. I'm trying to find the other stuff it out. Okay, so it's not Conrad. Let's see. And let me see. The one I put up there is James, right? So it's got to be the other officer in the house. This one, let me see if it's this guy. I'm just going to go through to see if this is poor dog. See the poor dog? Nobody says anything about that dog. And then they've got like some alarm going off. That was crazy. Okay. But that's not the one I want to show you. It might be, I mean, it's one of these. Hold on.
Loaded up correctly? Okay. We don't have the keys, of course. Okay.
There goes that lovely sun or whatever that is. Hold on. Might not be the one. See, this is the one though. Every one of the officers comes in. Hold on, this guy's going upstairs. This is when they had you betting. Let me see. I don't think this is when he goes in the playroom. See the shorts on the bed now?
I was a fan.
The 16th, the shorts are on the bed now. So one of them, I don't know if one of them put the shorts on the bed or what's going on.
This is what we have to be real careful about. We had to take a lot of pictures from that perspective. And here we tried to.
He was saying, do you hear we have to try to strangle the doll? That's what he was telling him right there. Okay, hang on, I gotta get rid of this. This is the strangling of the doll. This was like Laurel and Hardy, because no, you have to do it again. The screen, these guys. Okay, but that's not the one I want to show you. Okay. I don't think, Jessica, I don't think it was a joke. I think it was kind of nervous laughter from them. Like, did you hear we have to strangle a doll? Yeah, I think it was kind of nervous laughter. I think that's kind of a very weird thing to anybody feel like doing or imagining why they're doing it, because it's kind of dark. And sometimes when people have that, it comes out as nervous laughter. Okay, let me see here. That's James's follow-up. I looked at memory. Let me just see if it's doll. Doll is that name, I think. Oh no, doll is that needs stuff. Hold on. And that's Nicole. Cologne. Chris. And maybe it's lines. It might be lines. Hold on. Which one is lines? No, lines is this one is Home Depot. Oh boy. Oh, now we're watching movies. Okay. I don't know. Surprised somebody didn't scream out about the strike because you saw a picture of a movie. Okay. All right, let's see. That was bad. This says it's the house. All right, maybe this might be it. This one might be it. Uh-oh. I thought I was playing one of those movies and somebody was gonna scream copyright. Okay. Let's go. Not this one. What? No, this is not the playroom one, right? He doesn't go in the playroom on this one. I think this might be the second half. Maybe. I wish they had sound on this part right here. The cowgirl can read lips really well, but she's not here because she would be able to tell us everything that he's saying. Because the sound doesn't come on for, I don't know if it intentionally is not on, if it, because it is redacted. I don't know if something he said there, but, or the cop just didn't have a sound on, now he does.
Back here.
Yeah, there's a driveway from town that backs right up to our fence.
Now, would you think that's a female friend or a male friend?
Honestly, I'm not gonna put anything by it right now.
All right. Well, we appreciate you letting us go through your house.
No problem.
I'm definitely not in there.
No. Hey, hold on one second. Call you back.
Was it in the car? Just came out the door, right?
Oh, I'm sure it was Nikki calling him.
What's your name again?
I'm Sergeant Bates, Sergeant Bates. This is me, just like.
So she doesn't have any family or anyone around here?
Neither of us do. They're all back in North Carolina. We moved here back in 2012. Came out here to visit some friends during Thanksgiving, fell in love with the place, moved out here a few months later.
See, he contradicts what his parents
You have
say
any
that
friends around
Shanann
here?
took him out there. He
Just
says
a
he
friend?
fell in love
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
went
she's
out
got
there too.
some friends in Frederick, Erie, Aurora, that part of Erie, Bloomfield, Parker.
Have you tried to contact him?
Oh yeah, we've exhausted every option. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is hospitals. I mean, hotels. I mean, there's so many, but
And no one's heard from her today? Have you checked your bank accounts?
that's what I think I was gonna do because I don't have access through here.
Let's go check those and see if she pulled any cash out or if there's any strange charges or anything. Okay. Can you log?
I can't log in because she does all the finances.
Okay.
So I know her password. I just don't have her use already. Not sure what she was
How
using.
far you use it.
No, you're fine. Who do you guys bank through?
USA and Chase.
Any columns? See if there's been any activity? And withdrawals or anything? And then suitcases that she came home this morning with, which ones were those? Were they
With the black one that's sitting right there.
not the one in the bedroom?
Mm-hmm. That was from the last trip, or when we just got back a few days ago from North Carolina. She went to Arizona like 2 days later. That was when we just got put back down in the basement.
Oh, good night, Rita.
You guys don't have any stockpiles of cash or anything in the house that she would have had? If she needed cash, she needed to go to the bank to get it.
If there is, I would not decide. I mean, if there was, I didn't know.
Do you know how much cash she carries with her?
It's usually not maybe like 100.
Your turn signal's on. It's been off.
Okay, that's not the, okay, so that's where we saw, he just goes to the truck and the other guy goes, but let me see if I can get to the playroom one. Uh-oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. Well, let me see. Davies, that's the Home Depot. I've got to go and label these better so that I won't have home warrant. That's the one we just looked at, right? No, that was last night. Okay. Lines. Let's see if it might be. Maybe it's the dog searching. So hold on. Watch how long he takes to answer the door. Good night, Zuzu. Thank you, Shay Lacey. She already rang the bell. And why does he have the inside lock on? Did you see that? Why did he have that on?
And we've got Boulder County Sheriff's Office. She can't. Okay, so we brought in some extra resources to try to locate your family. With your permission, we've got 3 different canines available. We'd like to collect some scent and kind of get the dogs in motion if you're good with that. They are going to need to come inside the house, kids' rooms, any of your wife's articles, anything like that. Is that okay with you? You do understand it's completely voluntary. Okay, perfect. So we'll just let her get started, and we'll be in the area.
Just might need your help a little bit. Where is, I'm assuming your wife cheers it out with you. Okay. Yes, over there. Do you have any dirty laundry that hasn't been touched by anybody else besides her? Is any of your laundry on the list? Sure. Okay. How about your kids?
He's a nervous wreck now.
Has any of it been touched by anybody? Okay, you should figure out. Beds, have you touched your bed's bed?
I made the beds. He didn't say you washed all the linens.
That kind of stuff.
Somebody said that white dress of Cece's is behind that pink dress that he said he never saw.
There's nothing I've never touched at all.
Oh, actually, just make more.
But sometimes the blankets get put in there. That's the one she uses, the butterfly one. But that's yesterday when I put on the bed. Shoes downstairs.
Okay.
Yes, Julie, it is. I was trying to see if they didn't go into them on this one. The extra phone in the kitchen that the cops thought. Oh, okay.
Probably outside because they were wet from a pool party.
I thought they found it, Deandra, on the weight bench. That's what I'm confused about.
Should be fine. We're getting 2 different calls. One's going to be from KOA. Another one is going to be for KIO.
Watch how he watches this other cop.
Copy, show me advised. Pass that on to my command staff.
Because this lady goes outside and then he side eyes this cop right over here. That's what he was saying. I think the cops are watching me, or they think that's what I thought, Laura. I thought the phone was in the basement, but I didn't see it. What happened? Somebody has a question? Cops in the house asking questions? This is the next day, yes.
Address Durango place to attempt to contact the personnel and bring back. I'll let you know. Sorry, I put a piece. Go by your ankle.
Got it.
Did he say he'll bite your ankles?
It's always the little ones, never the big ones. Oh, it's okay.
Oh,
I know, it's okay.
I thought like this. I think. Let's see. The cop over here, and he's telling the cop about Facebook. Oh, here we go.
Been a long time.
Okay, and then how about your kids?
They were on planet for the last 6 weeks, so it's before that.
Okay. And you said we went to a pool party on Saturday, but you drove there and home?
I drove through the
Okay.
because they were just in Arizona at that point.
Okay. All right. We just want to make sure that when the dogs go out on a trail, they're not following something cold. Usually it doesn't stick around for more than a week. So.
Okay.
Good news.
Now watch the way when he comes back. He's extremely nervous now. He's folding his arms. And watch. See, do you see him side eyeing the cop? Watch. See it? He's trying to see. Does this guy think I'm guilty?
Never been on a hike.
We've never been on a hike. No, Jennifer, the trauma dogs aren't even in there yet. No dogs, that's Dieter. What are we paying for Deandra to do something? But then he tells him about Facebook and all his friends that are contacting him.
All day, all night. Friends more out, reaching out. The house, I couldn't sleep at all last night. I didn't feel
He couldn't sleep.
all right.
Didn't feel that.
Kids and Cecil's in the high chair, but I was right there like this. I missed them throwing chicken nuggets at me.
Oh, like I said, we bring in extra resources, so we'll do everything that we can to try to find your family for you. Everything we can.
I don't know why that latch was on that door. Maybe he didn't want anybody walking in on it.
Oh yeah, people I haven't heard from in years. They all know. Facebook.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It reaches all parts of the world.
Facebook reaches all parts of the world.
It's a great machine.
Great machine.
Yeah, for this type of stuff, it's definitely.
Chris, did she drive her car?
I think she dropped her off on the way.
Okay, but this is not, okay. Yeah, but poor Dieter. He doesn't go. See, that's when they got the dogs. It was then. The dogs hadn't been in the house yet. But I'm trying to find the other thing. There I go on the wrong one again. Betty Broderick. Okay, that's the wrong one. Yes. Okay. I wonder if I left him in the other. Let me see if I left it in the other file. Hold on. See my Great Walls of China. Hold on, where the heck did I want to go? In here. Betty Broderick, all my thumbnails. These are from my computer. Transportation. I know, you're probably like, oh my gosh, you really should file all that in one file. Yeah, I know. I have all these killers on and missing kids on my computer. It's crazy. Okay, let me see if it's in here for some reason, but I don't think it is. Okay, that's good. That's the doorbell. Unless I put it together, I had one. Oh, I shut that down. Okay. I don't know what I did with that. Crazy in Walmart. Troy McCoy is in here. Okay, so just trying to see if I. Let me go to the main files. I'll just have to. I'll be able to see it there. Hold on. It's embarrassing. Okay, I think it's this one. Goodman. Phone call, no. I need someone to organize all this stuff. James videos, no. And then maybe so. Somebody said something about Conrad, right? But that's the recovery of Bella. Okay. That's CC's recovery. Babies, photos, no. Baker house search, that's the one we saw. Baker's home search. I think it's one of these. Let me just see which one this is. Let me see. You didn't know that Ghosty? What's Ghosty? Oh, somebody you're saying that? Okay. Let me see if this is it. I've got to. Bella's doll under the white sheet on the top of the. What is that? Hello, Susan. What do you want to know, Sharon? This must be something very big. I just hope it's what I'm looking for. Hello, Susanna. And the confession part 2 sounds like he says, I put my lunchbox and stuff in the truck. I grabbed the kids. He does say that. And then she left. Oh, and then she left? Oh, I don't know if she says that. No, I didn't hear that. But he does say something like, I grabbed the kids at one time. Oh, this is Trent. We don't win Trent. Oh, gosh, did I just waste all that time on you? I could just see which one it was. No. This is driving me crazy because I went through all of this before and had it all ready. Why did this see, Weld County is bonkers. Why did they give me Trent under Baker Home Search? That shouldn't be. I'm trying to think of the, I wish I knew. Could it be Goodman? No, that's a phone call. I wonder if the initial offense report. I'm just going to try this one and then I'm going to give up. You're supposed to be packing for vacation, Deandra? Where are you going? Somewhere warm? It snowed here last night. We got so much snow and school was canceled. Dieter is alive. Some people was what? Somebody said Dieter's dead? Who said that? Who said that? That same crazy channel? Where did I put these? I know you're all like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you keep your computer like that. That is such a freaking mess, right? Yeah, that's how my brain is. Okay, I know everything should be in a folder. You don't have to tell me. Don't write it in the comments. I know. Thank you. Where did I, Weld County. Do you see the Weld County file? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. This one. I'm just going to see if it's this one. It's, I doubt it is. But this is the strangling of the dolls. Okay, that's not that one. We looked at lines, dog search, right? Yes. And then there's another stupid folder for that. Ronnie Watts. It's the one where they're packing up the bedding, where they're actually taking the stuff off CC's bed. And I should have just said, wait a second, this is all photos, okay. We saw those last night. Dave Cologne. I'm sorry, this must be like extremely tedious. I don't know, I'm gonna have to go. What's the video here? That's Nicole. Oh, did you see this thing? Some lady, I guess, sent in saying that the thing in Chris's neck, it could be an imprint from the wedding ring that Shanann wore, she said. I'm sure you guys are probably aware of this, but I won't take the risk. I also wanted you guys to have this, to know we're all thinking of you and wishing your heart's protection during all of this. I don't know whether this was sent to the Ruzacks or what, but this looks like it's really enhanced here. See how red that is? It didn't look like that. I think somebody did something to that. Let me see if I can. You see that? You see how I think somebody, look at that. That right there. Somebody enhanced that. Probably one of these people on Photoshop, and they took the sponge tool and saturated the color, right? Yes. Clarity, that's what I'm thinking. So that's why that was never even mentioned, because it didn't look like that. That's all about Trent Bolt stuff. Oh gosh, Trent Bolt stuff. I don't know who that's from. Yeah, but it doesn't really look like that. Whoever did that enhanced it like a crazy amount. Those are the flyers. What is that? Tree image? What's a tree image? What is this? Well, this must be something about some software they tried to take off his, a workaround. Oh, to rescue that something on the, okay. I looked at that one. These are just photos. We went over all of those. That's what we did the other night. Okay. Those are just Chris. And that's photographs, handcuffs, and I guess his transport. What's up, Davies? Is Home Depot. That's the recovery. Account search. Watts transport. Watts follow up. This is her residence. We looked at that one though. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna have to guess. Somehow they must be. I don't know what I did with all of the stuff. It must be in another folder somewhere. This is all of Cody. This is Cody Roberts stuff, right? When he wants to go to the site, yeah, this is all. Work checks, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I can do for you guys. I'll find it at some, and I will organize it better. Okay. Too much stuff. Too much stuff. All right. I may have some stuff labeled wrong. Where's my thing? Stop sharing. Okay. Now I don't know where I am. There I am. Okay, all right, so, gosh, I am very, very white. And I'm so shiny. Okay. I look like I need a transfusion. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm so white. Because everything else is the right color. Floor's the right color, the cabinets are the right color. I'm just, I think even my sweater is the right color. I'm just white. Okay, anyway, all right, I'm gonna go to bed because I have to go to a birthday party in the morning. But you think it's, I know, but I don't know what it is, Laura. I used the same lighting last night. I don't know what it is. I even lowered the light. It's crazy. I don't need, I'm sure that I just had my blood work done, so I'm sure I don't need a transfusion. Okay, but can't see you. So the cabinets have a blue hue, you think? Let me see. Not on my monitor, but maybe they're like a cream. My chat misbehave. I think I really messed up tonight with all this. I should have had the right stuff. And then with Greg coming in the beginning, he really screwed me up, really. Because I was like excited to show you guys some stuff, and he just took the, I shouldn't, it's my own fault. It's my own fault. I shouldn't have let him do that. I let him play with my head, and I shouldn't have let him do that. But tilt on the screen, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but I promise you I'm not that white. Yeah, Sharon, we're all thinking of you. We'll keep you in our prayers. I hope you have peace and everything through it. So, okay, you guys have fun, and I'm trying to look at your comments, but I'll find everything, and I'll make sure it's all in a folder before I come and embarrass myself again. You just got up, Kat. You're gonna have to watch the replay, or I'll be yeah, maybe it's because I'm using the stupid webcam, and that's probably what it is. Oh, he said clarity. I was excited to show parts of the discovery that I don't think people saw. And so I said, did anybody see about the bullet casings being found? And I was showing them, and he comes and he says, what are you showing this for? Something like, what does this have to do with anything? What does it even matter? And then I was just like, forget it. He just made me so uncomfortable. But whatever. He spoiled it, Lena. Yeah, he spoiled our good time. But anyway, I look. Yeah, if you like pasty white, I look good. Okay, but anyway, I will talk to you guys. Yeah, Sharon. Yeah, I guess so. Let's see. And we never saw him before, but he had to come and spoil our Friday night fun. We like to we like to look for facts, and then clues, I should say, clues. But he had to come and spoil all of our fun. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow sometime, hopefully. All right, and I'll get my stuff together because I know my computer is a mess. All right, so I'm going to stop now. All right, talk to you guys. Everybody have a good night. Take care.